All right, so I thought I'd do a quick little video here. Here's my other boss, Juan. How you doing, Juan? Good. So here's a little setup for those of you who may not be aware of. Bring the boxes in with the honey, and then they go through wonderful pneumatically driven setup that places the frames up on top, and then as the frames are being fed through, well, this is another great thing here too. This little conveyor belt feeds the boxes over there. When we were doing this up in Canada, had to manually take them over. It really does get to a point of just any process that can be automated is going to make life so much simpler. And so anyway, so there we have the uncapper going through two knives that are oscillating back and forth. They're also heated. And then this gentleman's scraping any of the extra cappings that are missed. Going into the extractor, which is a 60 frame. This is a Cowan uncapping line. And then once it's extracted, comes out here, and then she's boxing them again. Boxes come over line. We're in a bit of a rush today, so I'm not going to get too detailed. That in the back there, that's the wax separator. As the honey is extracted, it gets pumped over to that, and it uses centrifugal force. There's a screened bin that's spinning, so all of the honey is forced to the outside and runs down and then is pumped into the storage facility in the other room. But the wax stays obviously on the inner side of the grate of the bin that's spinning because of the size of the holes it has. And then there's a blade that you can set that scrapes it, so as the wax builds up and is dried, or the honey's extracted from it, the blades scrape the wax off and it just falls into another barrel. So there's just kind of a little recap of a Cowan 60 frame extracting line, and a lot of fun. And I found myself a new friend here. This is just awesome. I was never a cat person, but over the last 3 or 4 years with my wife's assistance, I've converted. But anyways, yeah, so no, this is us. Juan's loading up our boxes, and our honey here, we had him do our extracting for us this year, because like I said, the way that we set up our business model is more around pollination and nuke production, and so I really haven't seen the need or the importance to focus a bunch of capital on an extracting line. If we would use our extracting line, we would have been extracting into December. Okay, so here's a quick video of how they're robbing in our shop, which, we've prepared for this. I mean, this shop is not B-tight, or at least this part of the shop, kind of our general storage. And what it is a bunch of the wet supers that we brought back. We're landing everywhere. A bunch of the wet supers that we brought back, they're robbing those out. And ideally, you want to store, whenever you're putting your honey supers away for storage, you want to leave them wet if possible. Obviously, in our case, they're not going to be left wet. But the reason being, that just helps discourage wax moths, and also makes the bees a lot quicker to start working in them the next year as well. But it's not that big of a deal too if they get robbed out, and we can't do that. Just gotta go with the flow. Anyways, catch you later.